Hello everybody, today we have something a little different and quite big sitting on the workbench here. It's a 400 watt metal halide high bay fixture, once a very common sight to see in all warehouses. Now, getting harder to find, of course, with fluorescent taking over and now LED. So, here we are. This particular fixture is a Cooper Lighting high bay. I picked it up at the thrift store for, as you can see, $10 yesterday. And it looks like it's in pretty good shape. And whoever donated it definitely cleaned it off a little bit before giving it to the thrift store, unless the thrift store cleaned it up. Because you can definitely see some dirt and grime and harder to reach areas of the fixture itself. But in general, it's pretty clean. So at the top of the fixture here, we have our standard hook for hanging it way up high in your warehouse. Someone has added a cord here. I don't think it comes with a cord, standard from the factory. I believe you have to add your own, so obviously somebody did that. You have kind of a little electrical box area right here, and some main stickers on the side of the housing. Now you'd think this would be the ballast housing, but it's not. It's, I think, just a capacitor in there and maybe a couple other things. But Cooper Lighting makes their high bays very interesting. Here's the ballast. Yes, the ballast is sandwiched between this main housing and the socket down below. My guess is they're doing this to maybe dissipate heat better, or just a simpler design which requires less material to create. I'm not sure. At work we have a 1000 watt version of this exact same fixture I picked up from the second use building place many years ago. And we use it with a 1000 watt mercury vapor bulb. And it works quite well, but it has the exact same design. The 1000 watt ballast is sandwiched in between the socket and this housing here, which, once again, I do believe just houses capacitors, igniters, and things like that. On our main sticker here, we can see it supports high pressure sodium, metal halide, and I'm guessing the HG is mercury. And they give you some different, I'm guessing, bulbs and optics and whatever stuff going on there. And we could see who assembled it and tested it. And of course our sticker from the thrift store. Naturally, the ballast is right here in the middle, as we just discussed. And the sticker on it does state that it does the 400 watt metal halide and M59 lamp, and a 400 watt mercury vapor, naturally the H33. Of course, the socket is here at the bottom where it specifies the metal halide lamp, and a base up position one, noted with BU there in the middle of the screen. And of course, our reflector assembly. Now, this is probably about the same size reflector assembly as a NEMA head. It's not very big, and it doesn't really have to be. We have multiple heights here that you can set the reflector assembly to. A through, what is that? Some letter there at the bottom. JHIL, I don't know, something. I'm just going to move it all the way down as far as I can just to compact it for when I install it. But anyway, you do have different optical settings depending on how high and how wide you would like the fixture be placed and the distribution of light. Let's turn it around here. On the back, we see another Cooper Lighting sticker. It was made in January of 2001, with the ballast being manufactured in February of 2001. And another sticker here on the back of the socket itself. I'm sure this hook used to have some type of a metal clip here with, you know, that's probably spring-loaded or something, but it's just not there anymore. I'm sure it's just long gone. So that's a quick overview of the fixture itself. Let's go ahead and see what's inside this main compartment. To take a look inside the compartment, we have two screws here on the bottom on either side. With the end piece removed, we can take a look inside and see our capacitor down there at the other end, and the coils of the ballast itself. Pretty open in there, not too much to see really. Up top, we have access to the multi-tap wires from the ballast. It's currently wired for 120 volt, hence the normal style plug. But we do have that option within the top compartment here. And out of curiosity, Here is the other side. Of course we need to turn this thing on and test it, but I want to hang it up first, so let me find a place for it. I've taken a moment to adjust the height of the reflector here to try to make the fixture a little bit more compact. I've decided to put the high bay fixture up here in between these joists, rafters, whatever you want to call them. So I'm going to move these shades, I'm going to put them over here. These don't really get turned on, they're just kind of there. And I'm going to put a board in between the two way up there, and then an eye bolt, of course, and the light will hang right here in the middle. Is it in the way to get up here? Sure it is. But you know what? I think that's a good place for it because it will light up the area down here just well if I do need it for something quite bright. That flashlight certainly isn't playing nice with the camera, but we have a board up there sandwiched nicely in between the two rafters and a nice hook in the middle. It is all very sturdy and it fit in there very well. There we go, it's all installed. Now let's find a bulb for it. I have a whole bunch of these Superior Life bulbs I picked up a while back at the Restore. So let's go ahead and try one of these out. Now obviously the bulb sticks out, as you can see, but it'll definitely put light in more directions. Got the camera all set up. Let's turn off the lights and we'll turn it on. Here we go with a brand new bulb in 3, 2, 1. Definitely has some ballast noise, but I'm sure over all the years of use, that's no surprise. Let's focus a little better on the arc tube there, if we can anyway. And we'll let it warm up. Okay, so we're finally at full brightness. That did take quite a while, a little longer than I was expecting, but it definitely did get there. I was concerned for a while that I might have a bad capacitor, but no, we're definitely at full brightness now, so let's take a look at how well it's lighting everything up. It's doing a good job, and with the bulb sticking out a little bit further, it's a little wider of a light distribution. Of course, if the bulb was up in there a little further, it'd be a little more centered, more of a spot. But here we get a little bit more of a flood since it is kind of in a low bay situation rather than a high bay situation. But yeah, lights everything up pretty well. I don't have any complaints about that. Will definitely come in handy when working on projects over here. It'll definitely be brighter than that dual F40 T12 fluorescent shop light there. But you know what? Sometimes you don't want this much light and that thing works out great. Okay, we'll turn it off in 3, 2, 1. Get a little bit of cool down action there. I do hope you enjoyed this video, taking a look at this Cooper Lighting high bay 400 watt metal halide fixture. And also please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching.